Welcome to the voyage of the naughty knots. The naughty knots are double binds where nothing you do is any good. It's always in a relationship or it's in your mind. But it's a double binding knot, like a straitjacket, where you're bound and whatever you do to get out just tightens it. It's a double bind, and it's a naughty knot. A knot can be untied. You can get a manual, get the instructions. AI will tell you how to untie the knot. But a naughty knot, that's different. It just goes on and on and on in new ways, in new knots. Same knot, different forms. Now, Laurel and Hardy is my best, say, movie naughty knot. They're becoming resurrected, I think, on TikTok and social media, because there's Laurel and Hardy groups, and you can see the clips of Laurel and Hardy on TikTok, and they're all kind of like self-contained clips. One clip of Laurel and Hardy tells you the whole story. One little clip of their antics, their madness, shows you the whole knot. So what is the knot of Laurel and Hardy? Let's look. But before you do, subscribe and like. Let's kick the knot down the road. I'm learning that from other TikTok creators. But if you watch the Laurel and Hardy knot, the double bind of Laurel, is that both Laurel and Hardy have good intentions. They love each other. And they all have these projects that they're going to accomplish and get either money or fame or respect or whatever. They want to be somebody. And they're a team. And they both have good intentions. But they always end up in self-destruction. They always end up in this is a fine mess you've gotten me into. And of course the movie ends with Hardy saying to Laurel, this is a fine mess you've gotten me into. So Hardy blames Laurel. And Laurel just smiles. The grin of the idiot or the retarded, see. Is Laurel retarded? You'd think so, because he just does so many stupid things. But is he stupid or wise? So let's look into the knot. So if you notice the dynamics of Laurel and Hardy, is that it will always just demonstrate the dynamics in the beginning. If they go to a door and knock on the door, Laurel will go to knock, and Hardy will push him out of the way and puff up and knock on the door like Trump, or Mussolini. Chin up, I'm the one, And Laurel demurs or defers to Hardy, like a good wife. So Laurel and Hardy is like a marriage couple. And Hardy is the man who chooses, the decider. And Laurel is the good wife who lets Hardy choose, who lets Hardy decide. Because that's the only way she can keep the relationship going. So in this Laurel and Hardy knot, or relationship, is that the relationship is more important than freedom. These are two imperatives in our life and in our consciousness. And we must have both, but they're contradictory. And you can see it in Laurel and Hardy. Security. We must have security. If you're going to climb Mount Everest, you have to have a base camp. You don't just start at the bottom and go to the top. You go in stages of security. Before you make one adventure, you have to make it from a secure place. Before you go into the world, you must have a secure home. So this whole idea of security comes first before freedom. Now, freedom is the adventure of risk. Freedom means risk. There's no freedom if you're secure. Security, absolute security, is absolute no freedom. And this is why when we have everything, we're secure, we become restless for freedom. The eye begins to wander, you see, and look for adventure. So adventure, freedom, and security are both imperatives that we must have, but can't at the same time because they're contradictory. They don't fit. They're mutually exclusive. You're either secure or you're free. But how can you be secure free or free secure? That is the magic question. But we must, but we can't, you see. It's a mission impossible. And this is the dilemma of the American dream. We are told to be unique. We're told to have an adventure. We're told to start your own business. Be a entrepreneur. Be free from boundaries. Be free from demand. Be free from the government. Be free from authority. Be free from religion. You see, be free. That is the commandment of our society. But at the same time, there's a commandment to be secure, to be obedient. So if you're in religion, be obedient to God. Deny your nature, Christianity says. Deny your flesh. Obey God. I had an evangelical relative tell me once, don't meditate, you let the devil in. So you get this contradiction. And everywhere in American life you have this contradiction between security and adventure or risk. So that, the whole thing about Trump was take a risk with me. What do you have to lose? We'll destroy the administrative state. We'll destroy your security. Oh, wait a minute. And that's what's happening now. So Trump is fulfilling his promise and destroying our security. And we're saying, whoa, wait. You can't destroy my security. So anyway, if you get this formula that you can see in Laurel and Hardy, you'll have a naughty knot that will unravel the world for you. So getting back to Laurel and Hardy, they both have good intentions. So why do they self-destruct? Well, in other words, if Hardy does not allow Laurel any freedom, and Laurel is suppressed, his freedom is suppressed, his freedom is going to become passive-aggressive, and he's going to destroy Hardy by being good. Laurel is going to destroy Hardy by being helpful. He helps, and his help destroys Hardy. So Laurel, then, is number one, passively. Laurel is the decider passively. He gets to choose by not choosing. You see the irony here? Laurel and Hardy is a great irony of the double bind. Okay. Subscribe and follow. Let's kick this knot down the road.